beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. Calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day at camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Now Jones. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
on second down. It's Jacobs. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Throwing, Jones. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. They fake the give. Newton. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crosser. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
The deuce is wild here. Second down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, let's see where they turn on third and goal from the 5.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Footing always a concern, but the extra points have been good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of it.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany.
And running with power here.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Newton now to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Off play action. Jones. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running it with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. From the gun, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And it's 3rd down. Newton.
That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one results in 35 yards. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the 7 is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going out offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Jacobs. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They go with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Jones throwing for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. Oh, what a move. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
On 1st down, Newton. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Here's Newton. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Sanders' kick is good. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
The return is Duvernay. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. To throw is Newton. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. For Cam Newton, the arm strength maybe not what it was circa his MVP season of 2015, but he uncorks a big one there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Second down, Jacobs once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Newton to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 16-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Duvernay.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is,
it got his man complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Josh Jacobs there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now a hit and a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Garrett Bowles, 2nd-team All-Pro last year, guilty there.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Off the play fake. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Levante David. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return is Duvernay. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Newton out wide. That's complete. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Henry.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. They snap it to Newton. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the
Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Christian Wilkins
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And it'll be Dolphin football. A first down carry for Henry. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down for Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 40, the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Jones, off play action, throwing deep for Galladay. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Jones. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Raekwon Davis
in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Buying time to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Newton's going to throw it. His throw incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well.
And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Once again, it's Jacobs. Pushes him over.
And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A big